Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. My channel is about marriage to a woman from the Philippines. I'm going to wrap up this short series about future plans with your Filipina, making those plans, and this consideration today, which will be what is best for her. Please be prepared to leave a comment and subscribe here to Love Beyond the Sea. The last part two, I was talking about considering you, the Westerner's place in life regarding your future plans with her. And today we'll consider her place in life. Have you talked with your Filipino wife about the future and how has that gone? Sometimes they don't like to think too far ahead. Now, what I want to do is think about what she's done for me and meant to me over the years when I think about how it might end. Now, she's got more years left than I do. And of course, I want her time with me to be good, but I also want her future to be good. And so that is something that I do need to be thinking about. And when making plans for the future, somebody has to give. There has to be give and take. And as I've said many times before, I think it's best for the foreigner to got a call there, for the foreigner to be the one that does a lot more of the give and take, the giving part. So what has she done for you and how much she means to you? That's very important. I felt like I was poor when I met my wife. They think we're all rich. Well, there's other ways to be rich or poor. I didn't have any glaring material needs, but relationally, I was starving every day and getting malnourished. At one point, I just wore out. I was told by a specialist they thought it was from super stress. Well, that's great, but I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't want to contemplate a future without a good wife. And marrying her was a great relief and has been enjoyable despite the typical clashes that every single couple in the world deals with. She's been an amazing wife, and I don't want to be selfish about her future and like, I don't know, forcing her to stay here if she wants to live in the Philippines. She's done a lot to make my life better, and so when it comes to the future, I'd rather err on being really good to her. So another thing to consider, in addition to overall how she's benefited you, is that these decisions don't always have to be 50-50. In fact, when big decisions, become a 50-50 thing, then I just don't think that's realistic. I don't think things work that way. I've always been puzzled by what doing something 50-50 even means. A marriage is about doing what is best for each other more than it is splitting this, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine situation. When you consider her place in life again, if you're older, maybe it's best to help her have the experiences that she wants to have for her future. And when I got married, future plans were the last thing on my mind, the farthest thing from my mind. But we've been married almost 10 years now. And I don't know what our future holds, but I am prepared to emphasize what is best for her when we talk about the future. Getting married is one thing. You spend a lot of time figuring out who it's going to be and making good impression and finding out about them and then getting settled. But you still always, in my opinion, have to be thinking about the future. Nothing wrong with thinking 5, 10, 15, 20 years ahead, although it's possible you might have, a different slant on that. So I just don't like this 50-50 thing. I guess I'd rather say it this way. Why shouldn't it be 100-100? Now, that's probably just as confusing as 50-50, but I hope you know what I'm saying. They should both be doing the best for each other. In fact, the Bible says in Luke 6:38, give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. So I don't think you can go wrong by wanting to be a giver towards the end of your life, thinking about her life and what is best. Of course, here you also come into the topic of leaving her a will, leaving her an inheritance. I hate to see foreigners marry Filipinas, live in the Philippines, they have nothing, and if they marry them, they die, and the wife has nothing. I mean, if she had spent some time, let's say, in America, she might be entitled to some things that she's not going to get, having never been in America, and certainly being a citizen would also help. So I just wanted to talk about, future plans, because I think sometimes we don't make future plans, or we're afraid of making future plans, or we just assume certain things. I would rather try to plan as much as possible, but that's just me. I think it's important that our future plans match up. That's, you and the Filipina, to the degree that both are mutually happy. It's just that concessions have to be made to that end, and I think the foreigner should be doing most of that. So in these three parts I've been talking about with future plans, for the foreigner to be willing to step out of his comfort zone, to be open to new experiences. Don't get stuck in your ways, since you're older. Give and take, considering your place in life, considering her place in life, consider what she means to you and what she did for you. And if you are thinking more about her than yourself, perhaps it may be better than you think. So I am thrilled to have a future, however long that is, with my love beyond the sea.